Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I gotta make this really quick, so I'm going to be very concise today. Today in class, what are we having to do? I did John F. Kennedy's inauguration speech. I annotated that and everything, and so this portion is what is this? Presidential rhetoric analysis. This is John F. Kennedy's background. Okay, so real quick, so I can get through this. Okay, I have somewhere else to be. Okay, the speaker, John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1917. His father was Joseph Patrick Kennedy, a wealthy businessman whose friendship with Franklin D. Roosevelt would lead to several appointments to the federal government. Joseph sent his sons to the prestigious Choate School, that's Choate, a preparatory boarding school in Connecticut. There, John earned a reputation as a mischief maker. Okay, he was a mediocre student, especially in comparison to his more academically minded older brother, Joe Jr. John's teachers remembered him as intelligent but unwilling to apply himself to anything that did not interest him. He loved literature and poetry, particularly the poems of Robert Frost. Kennedy appears to have developed his trademark charm early, despite his lackluster academic performance. Um, his classmates voted him. Y'all, I gotta get ready, okay? His classmates voted him. Um, where am I? Where am I? He loved literature and poetry, particularly the poems of Robert Frost. Um, Kennedy uh, Kennedy appears to have developed his trademark charm early, despite his lackluster academic performance. His classmates voted him most likely to succeed. He was to prove them um, prescient. Prescient. Okay, I would have just said right, but whatever. Okay, let's keep going. In 1937, President Roosevelt named Joseph Kennedy Sr. ambassador to Great Britain. Now at Harvard, John had continued to be an average student. A visit to his father in London, however, sharpened his focus. Kennedy realized the dire situation Europe was facing and became more aware of and interested in politics and international affairs. He returned to Harvard with renewed focus. After graduating in 1940, I gotta go in 2 minutes. Um, After graduating in 1940, Kennedy joined the U.S. Naval Reserve. During World War II, he commanded a torpedo boat in the South Pacific. His older brother, Joe Jr., was also joined the Navy, which sent him to England as part of a bomber squadron. The family had always expected Joe Jr. to be the one to go into politics. His death on a mission in 1944, one of many tragedies the Kennedy family would endure, brought the dream to an end. Okay, the speech. John F. Kennedy was intent on becoming a good orator, but the gift did not come naturally to him. He practiced endlessly, though Ted Sorensen, his speechwriter, composed most of his speeches. Kennedy himself would revise and revise. His archive document shows hundreds of changes made to early drafts. Kennedy began gathering ideas and working on his inaugural address as early as November 1960. And you know, he delivered it January 1961. Okay. He had Sorensen scour the Gettysburg Address and past inaugurals for inspiration and asked dozens of people for suggestions, including clergymen whom he asked for relevant Bible quotations. Like Martin Luther King Jr., Kennedy departed from the script during his delivery. In all, he made 32 more spontaneous changes. One of these resulted in the speech's most famous line: "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Okay? At 1,366 words, Kennedy's speech is among the shortest inaugural addresses in history. It was also the first broadcast on television in color, drawing an at-home audience of 60 million. His was also the first inauguration ceremony to feature a poet, the 86-year-old Robert Frost, whom Kennedy had long admired. Aww. Who recited his poem, The Gift, outright. The president's love of literature and finally resulted in the creation of his own great work, which generations will continue to admire for years to come. Okay, so I did the abridged version because I have got to go and I'm 1 minute over. I need to leave 1 minute ago. All right, so you guys, it's been real. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you got a chance to check out today's upload that should have went live at 10 a.m. your time. Please watch that video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now and hit that notification bell. Okay, so the next thing that I need to do is key terms and content, which will cover style, some elements of style, diction, syntax, figures of speech, antithesis, ellison, ellipsis, hyperbaton, hyperbaton, um, chiasmus, and uh, it's yeah, okay. Anyway, it's so funny because I've already had to use this when doing annotations on President Kennedy's speech for the inauguration, and then we're not even covering it until afterwards. They do that a lot in these courses. I find it highly annoying, but it is what it is, okay? So I'm going to go over all of these in the next one. Talk to y'all later. Bye.